Derby County's deadline day plans have been revealed as John Eustace looks to bolster his squad heading into the 2025-26 campaign. Now, obviously, Derby County saw the leave of Kane Wilson across the course of yesterday, but some big moves could be happening, and as of right now, they have not been confirmed, but they are maybe on the way. Moves for Patrick Roberts and Ben Brereton could be heading our way over the course of the next 24 hours, but you can let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. There's also some outgoings that could happen with the likes of Ben Osborn, Jake Rooney and Kenzo Goudmijn, but will we see those moves happen? There's also big discussions around Joe Ward and whether he's going to be a part of John Eustace's first team plans across the course of this upcoming season. But you can let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. There's a huge situation at Derby County as they look to bolster this squad and make themselves a much better team. There was rumours around Sergi Canos, but they seem to have gone cold. And is it going to be one that ends up happening at the end of deadline day? Now, we will be live during deadline day today. Later on, I will put a post out on YouTube community, so keep your eyes peeled over there. And if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Check out CD Keys, Kitbag and NordVPN down in the comments. And if you have not done so already, use those links to go and get yourself a product and really help out the channel. But should we now get into talking about the deadline day plans? Head on over to raffle.com, linked down in the description, so that you can get yourselves into the raffle to win 2 Derby County home tickets or a 2025-26 DCFC kit of your choice. Tickets start at just £1 per ticket, with a range of different bundles available to you where you can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets to get 10 free, and 15 tickets for 15 free. All you need to do is head on over to Derby County's website, get yourself a fan ID. So if you are the winner of this raffle, I can send you over those tickets. And all you have to do is enter a question just a little bit about Jamie Carragher and what club he played at for his entire career. So if you haven't done so already, head on over to raffle.com, linked in the description, so that you can join the raffle for 2 Derby County home tickets or a 2025-26 DCFC kit of your choice. Now, Derby County saw Kane Wilson leave yesterday as they look to drop their squad numbers down so that registration isn't as much of an issue. Now, it is going to be interesting to see if anybody else does leave. There is a lot of discussion points going around at the moment in regards to that of the likes of Ben Osborn, Kenzo Goudmijn, and obviously a player of the likes of Jake Rooney as well. Now, at the moment, there is no official moves that have been made in terms of Derby County as of time of recording, but that doesn't mean that it won't happen over the course of the next few hours or of course the next few days. Now, it is going to be interesting to see who does move out and who does move in across the course of deadline day, because for me, Derby County need wingers. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody says, wingers are our priority right now. And for me, I think we're pretty solid in every single other position apart from those wide areas. Now, for me, could Derby County do more going forward? Absolutely. Could they pick up some more players over the course of the next few days? Absolutely. But the big conversation for me has to be about Kane Wilson moving on, about the other players that could move out across the course of the next few days, and how that is going to impact Derby County moving forward. Now, for me, Kane Wilson moving on is a big move. I did a live stream yesterday discussing that literally as soon as it happened, and it was a massive decision by Derby County to let him go. Obviously a massive decision by Kane Wilson as well, but it's one of those which opens up a door for Derby. We've bolstered that right back slot anyway, bringing in Max Johnston. I think Niambi and Ward are very capable at right back or wing back. Obviously Ward, I think, may be used a little bit further forward if we go into a back four. But for me, Wilson moving on wasn't a shock. His injury record isn't great. He's had a couple of surgeries on his knee this summer, and he just wanted a long-term contract for me, and he wasn't going to get that at Derby County. Now, you look then at other players that could move out. Ben Osborn has interest from Plymouth. There's a range of other Championship clubs and League One clubs interested in the move as well. So it will be interesting to see if that one does come through. Now, there's also a lot of talk around Kenzo Goudmijn. Now, despite the fact there being no publicised interest at the moment, there is a possibility he could be heading out on loan or maybe even a permanent basis, as it was confirmed yesterday by Lee Curtis on Twitter that Derby County would entertain offers. If one came in, they'd definitely consider it. So we will wait and see what happens with that one. Now, in terms of Jake Rooney. I think a loan move is exactly what he needs. Once Sondre Langas is back, he's probably not even going to be in the squad. He wasn't in the squad yesterday either, and you think we've still got Agyemang to add to that. You've still got Owen Beck to add to the squad. You've still got Langas to add, Nelson. Like, there's so many other players that could go in the squad, and I just don't think Rooney's a part of the major first team position for me. So it is going to be interesting to see sort of how that goes and things like that. But for me, Jake Rooney should be heading out on loan today. Now, let's get on to the incomings, because there is incomings that does need to happen for Derby County. You look at things like Brereton Diaz, which is being linked, Patrick Roberts, which is being linked as well. There's also potential moves for midfielders coming in, but we will discuss that across the course of today, and obviously with that live stream that's going to happen later on as well. Now, obviously in terms of Brereton Diaz, I dropped a video yesterday evening about Ben Brereton Diaz and Patrick Roberts being linked to the club, and how good of a move I think that could be for Derby County, and how well that's going to help us move forward, because I think they're very good players at this level. Now, don't get me wrong, they've not had the most outrageous seasons in recent years, but both of them have the ability to compete at this level and cause problems at this level. And I personally believe that if you go and look at what our front 3-4 was last year, you look at Jerry Yates, Marcus Harness, Mendes Lang, Tom Barkhays and Caden Jackson, and you then turn it around and go, oh, now we've got Carlton Morris, we've got Bobby Clark, we've got Ryan Brewster, we've got Ben Brereton Diaz, you've got Patrick Roberts. I think it puts us in a completely different stratosphere to where we were last year. I think every player we've bought in this summer has improved us no end, and to me that is absolutely massive. And I've really appreciated seeing the work that John Eustace has done, and seeing the work that has been done by the club in terms of this deadline day deal. Now, it is a move which is sort of going to take time to get completed and things like that, and obviously, it's probably going to be a late one in terms of deadline day. Now, I'm going to be live up until just after 7 o'clock, the deadline, but then I've got to travel down to London. But should any moves happen, I may chuck out a TikTok or anything like that once I get down to my hotel. But it's a very, very interesting position that we find ourselves in at Derby County at the moment. There's a lot of work to do. Wide players are definitely a priority for me in terms of, especially when you look at Brereton Diaz and Roberts. If you can get them in, it puts you in a completely different stratosphere. Now, it is going to be interesting to see what happens, and it is going to be interesting to see who John Eustace brings in across the course of deadline day, and it is going to be interesting to see who leaves as well, because as much as we're looking at the likes of Ben Osborn, Kenzo, Jake Rooney, obviously Kane Wilson's gone out as well, and I think you can then look at some of those younger players as well. You look at a Lennon Wilden, who could potentially head out on loan. You look at an Isaac Gordon. These are players who, for me, could really do with loan moves to give them that extra boost in their career. Now, obviously, it is going to be interesting to see what does happen, the decisions that will be made by John Eustace and so on, because I think the decisions they've made so far have been absolutely phenomenal. Now, you can obviously let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Check out Kitbag, NordVPN, and CD Keys in the comments. CD Keys will probably be labelled as loaded. They're going through a rebrand at the moment, so make sure you head on over there for your gaming goods. NordVPN for your VPNs, and Kitbag for all your football kits and things like that. I think you can get NBA stuff on there as well, so make sure you head on over there. Now, if you haven't done so already, hit like, hit subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye, guys. Head on over to raffle.com, linked down in the description, so that you can get yourselves into the raffle to win 2 Derby County home tickets or a 2025-26 DCFC kit of your choice. Tickets start at just £1 per ticket, with a range of different bundles available to you, where you can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets to get 10 free, and 15 tickets for 15 free. All you need to do is head on over to Derby County's website, get yourself a fan ID. So if you are the winner of this raffle, I can send you over those tickets, and all you have to do is enter a question just a little bit about Jamie Carragher and what club he played at for his entire career. So if you haven't done so already, head on over to raffle.com, linked in the description, so that you can join the raffle for 2 Derby County home tickets or a 2025-26 DCFC kit of your choice.